Alrighty, welcome back, boys and girls.
Welcome to Dadson's Builds.
I am Serge,
I am Daniel.
and today we have a little bit of update on what's happening. We were planning on working on a GTO that's in the garage, but recently we had bad weather.
Severe rain.
Really bad, yeah, tornado in Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville.
Nashville.
Had 2 tornadoes running through there.
Right through there, yeah, so our hearts goes out to them. We'll hope whoever got hurt, they recover. And we had a big one here. I can't remember the town that is not too far from us too. So we had big winds, and my buddy's car is right here, and he had a car cover on it, but the winds tore the thing up and it split it like right down the middle. We got water kind of right there, and he didn't have spark plugs in there.
So what we are afraid
As
of,
we can see that probably have water, because I can see like the water was getting in where the rust spot. Yeah, I see the rust spots in there. So what we're gonna do is
take it apart, basically.
yeah, we're gonna take the heads off intake and clean it up inside so it doesn't continue rusting, and I'll coat it with some good thick oil. Hopefully you will
last.
It will help it, yeah, from going bad, because he's having a plan on rebuilding this. As you guys can see, we did a little bit of already work on it, and well, this has been a long time ago, but still I don't want it to go any worse than it already is. But the car is beautiful, so I'll go around the car and show it to you guys. It's a 66 Delta 88 Oldsmobile, right?
Yeah.
Oldsmobile Delta 88. Got nice curves. Had a pretty good paint, but over the years it's just got a little bit scratches all over it. It's a beautiful paint. I like the paint on it. Yeah, just look at this thing. It's a beautiful boat.
Yeah.
I guess we'd call it a yacht.
Yeah.
These yachts are cool.
In the full length, this is 18 feet long. So
It's pretty big, and it's pretty straight, other than the front fenders that we worked on and the damage that Bush did to bring it over here with all the parts that are not on the car. So now we got a little bit more work to do on it. But anyways, we're gonna, since he's not here, we're gonna help him out and get it ripped apart. Do a time lapse so you guys don't see too much of us fiddling around with stuff, but we'll point out things and go over it into inside internals once we get there. All right, let's do it. All right. Well, we got probably let me see the camera.
yeah.
We got the top of it basically done, and the inside. You know how these valve covers, they got big hole in them for probably PVC or filling the oil, and neither one of them had the caps on them, and I was kind of worried that this part would get rusty and stuff, and it looks pretty. It's oily, so it's
over here.
Survived.
Here, let's see.
Yeah, show just the spot that's on the bottom where it collected probably towards the end.
Yeah, right about right here. Goes all the way aligned.
Yeah, just a little bit of rust, but it's not bad. It comes right up. There's oil in there, so it kind of just rusted, surface rust. Nothing serious, so I'm happy about that.
We pried open the manifold, and we're about
big manifold. We'll probably need to put that up, and so I need your help. It's a heavy one.
Yeah, definitely heavy.
I didn't talk about this engine in this whole car. I guess while we're doing this, Bush got this as a graduation present from his grandma.
I think it's Grandpa.
Grandma.
Grandma?
Yes. Grandpa was already passed by then.
Ooh.
Rest in peace, Grandpa. But he got this as a graduation from one of his buddies that was, I guess, looking to sell a car. He fell in love with it, bought it, and when he bought it, he bought the whole complete engine, basically. I think he ordered it from AutoZone and had his, I think, Bob was the previous owner of this car before Bush. Yeah, I think, yeah, it was Bob. I haven't seen those guys in a long time, and it's, you know, wears on your memory a little bit. But anyways, he rebuilt this whole engine. Bob, I think he paid Bob to do it, the previous owner, and it ran for a little while. And then I had a mishap. We were going, when he enlisted in the military, that was Bush, we got together with friends to go down and see before Bush took off to do his training. We were driving down to see him, and something happened. I can't remember what it happened, but something broke inside, and we had to tow it back up to the house. But he had it rebuilt one more time, and then I think he jumped it, and it was like an alley thing, couldn't see it, and cracked the block. It's got a lot of history. I mean, we had this car since I think '99.
Wow.
So it's been with Bush for a while now, and we've been slowly working on it. We've had it for a few years. When he had it for a few years, it ran and drove. He had it down in Texas after he did his boot camp. Had it down there for a little bit. Somebody wanted to, it was a funny story, maybe someday he'll tell when he's over here. Some sergeant or somebody seen it and kind of harassed him about it, wanted to buy it because it's such a cool car. But he didn't end up selling it, kept it and brought it back to Washington from Texas, and we decided to do some work on it. He wanted to rebuild it, and so we started. And then that was in the 2007 or 8 when the crisis hit, and so we had other plans, you know, for survival, and I had to move for work, and Bush kind of moved up to Grandma, put this car up in her, I think it was like a shed, but it was huge, just like a barn. It's nice, clean, it's kind of dry, but it's
doable.
Yeah, it's stayed there for a while. And then he moved here, decided to bring it down here so we could continue working on it. And then he had a job change. He had to move back up to Washington. Bush. Anyways,
let's get this thing off.
Let's get this thing moving. So there's a little
History.
story on the car. And when he's over here, we'll go a little bit deeper on it because it does have a lot more stories. I love cars with stories. So, and this one's been with us for a little while. All right. Set that right down here. Come on front. Hold it and I'll come up front. Can you carry it? Put it on the. Well,
It's not too heavy.
it's not too heavy. Well, it's kind of heavy to lift it because you can't like hold it. Right.
Well, probably silicone.
All right. Well, let's see what it looks like inside here. Let's see. A little bit of water in here. The intakes are not, well, damn, I think it's bad.
Is it well greased up?
No, it's not greased up, and I can't quite see anything in there from all this light.
Here. Hold up.
There's no water in there. There's a little bit of water in that one. This one. That one's no water. Well, that,
I got a flashlight that we can see. What's going on?
I don't like this side over here. Let me come around. Does that help?
Yeah.
I want to see. I gotta take my shades off. One of these, I seen that one right there. That looks pretty bad.
I don't know. Can you see it
See
or no?
the light? Yeah. You can See anything?
I can't see anything. Yeah, we can't do it. It's kind of hard.
It's kind of hard to see in there. But anyways, that valve kind of looks pretty bad rusty. And it looks like it's been rusting for a while. This is not a 2 or 3 day rust on the inside. All right. Well, I guess we're this far. So let's
keep going.
Let's take the exhaust manifolds off and then we'll pull the heads. All right. Slap that back on there and let's speed this out again.
Alrighty. Hey, Dad,
Bush.
what did we find?
Get ready for this. That looks terrible. All right.
Look at that.
It's got a whole bunch of water in here. The walls are pretty bad.
That's a no more.
This goo, this weird goo just got here. I don't know. Ooh. This one has got the least amount of water, but it's still got water in it. Dang it.
What's this white stuff all over it?
That's just from sitting, like I said, mold or something like that. That's not the bad part. It's the orange stuff is bad. Like liberals say, orange man bad. But this is no man, I guess. Oh, so I guess we do this side now. Huh, okay. And I thought this one was the worst that looked to me out of all the ones I looked. So we'll see what that looks like.
And if that is probably the best out of all of them, that's surprising.
No, it looks really rusty inside.
Well, still.
I'll hold this and I'll turn the head over so we can see what's underneath it.
Alright, so how are you going to turn the head?
Even the...
Oh, this here?
well, I guess I'll pull these bolts out because they're going to come out.
Oh, these won't fall off because they got
No,
the thing.
they
Okay.
got that on there.
But, oh my goodness. We were not expecting that much water.
Well, I kind of was because there's no spark plugs in there.
Oh yeah, but I thought
it
it
was just like there wasn't that much because they kind of sit.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to kind of get here first, but I guess it just runs down in there.
Okay. Oh, the valves don't look too bad. Like this.
It's not. This is from just burning whatever carbon buildup. Yeah, but this isn't so bad. But it feels like it's so wet still. So I'll spray it down. This is obviously closed. They're all closed, so that's a good thing. They're not
opened
and rusted on the
inside
there. Yeah, gasket's still on here. I'll just spray them down with the anti-rust thing, Freon, and it should get better. And it could be just wiped off that surface rust. That stuff looks pretty bad. That looks like it's been there
for a
little while. I mean, at least whatever
time.
Condensation was in there, you could see where even water wasn't. It's just the cylinder on top is just
wow.
The cylinder walls, I guess.
For some reason, I haven't seen that much rust.
Yeah, I guess we could see right here. This one had the least amount, but look at the top of this. Can it even get in there? Yeah. See, this one had the least, just a little bit on the bottom, but the cylinder top wall is just okay. All right.
Time to do the other side. Right.
Getting on it.
We're about to see the second surprise.
Yep.
Yep. All right, we're about to pull this out. Hey, look at that.
That's funny. This side didn't get much, but still, see, there's no water in here.
But that's rust dust.
That is like so old. It must have been here
Before he even brought it here.
Way before, yeah.
That must be that piston must be fused.
It is. I couldn't turn the engine.
Yeah, but see, like I said,
I don't even know what this coating
is.
It's the rust, dude.
Yeah, but like I said, there's nothing in there.
Nothing, no water on this side.
Like I said.
That's weird. The wind must have been blowing from
that side then.
Somehow.
Like
either
it was
this way or this way.
like that way.
Hey, buddy. We got a
little friend.
a friend that's made a home. I want to bush us.
Look at that. He killed his other friends.
He did. He's a bad one. He's the kind of guy that will eat his friends.
But you didn't even throw it at him. You
Well,
missed.
stuck to my finger. I don't want to touch him. Get out of here, dude. Go.
He's gonna climb on that.
Go. Move. He's like gonna jump on me and bite me or something.
Oh, he moved.
I think I scared him.
I think he did.
No, he's missing a couple legs.
I think. Oh. Today, that's one of them.
Yeah.
Right. The head, the valves don't look too bad. This here.
This one is the one I thought was real bad inside there.
It's bad.
That, look. That's terrible.
I can barely see it. It's
You
just like a
can't
dark
really see
hole.
Let's see if we can put it towards the light.
Oh, well, yeah, that should
Can
be.
you see in there?
Kinda, yeah. Oh, wow, yeah.
It's just dry. I mean, it must have had water in there a while ago or something, because that's just super dry stuff, and that valve looks bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
It could be maybe. I don't know. You'd have to take everything apart again.
Yeah.
So.
But so far, the conclusion was that side, on that side, would have more water than this side.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's probably because the wind was blowing it this way.
That's a house right there. I don't see how the wind would just blow.
It would just go like around it, you know.
That's weird, yeah. Funny.
That is pretty weird.
So we'll clean this side up. We'll clean that side up, and I'll lube everything with probably Lucas Real Thick Oil.
Yeah.
And I'll spray that Freol stuff in there. Maybe it'll break those rings
Hopefully,
off.
hopefully.
Yeah, and
Because this one right here is just fused together.
yeah, it looks like that one and this one.
And there's that one that looks like fused. I haven't.
Yeah, that one right there that's all the way up.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I still got the water in. Yeah.
It's just got goo.
That's not even water. That's.
So it looks kind of like welded in there by rust. So
Now we know that rust can weld stuff. Unintentionally.
exactly, unintentionally. All right, so
Let's lube this thing up.
Yeah, and all he wanted us to do is basically to clean this up, lube it real heavy, and put everything back on it so we don't lose all the nuts and bolts that come off of it. And then when he has time and he's back, or maybe he picks up the car, he'll be able to
Give him a head start, basically.
Well, I don't want it to ruin more. I mean, I don't want it to go even worse than where it's at.
Yeah.
So that's why he said, just take it apart and clean it, oil it, and slap everything back on, and then he'll probably have to pull it out again and pull the pistons out and look at all the rings and maybe rehone the cylinders. So, just kind of helping him out a little bit.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Let's get lubing.
Lubin.
There you go. That's recording.
All right. Well, I guess I just cleaned the cylinders up. What the game plan is, I guess, from now is I want to see the pistons move. Now, I noticed, I didn't even look at this, there's a big, what is that, distributor hole in there. Wide open. Wide open.
I did not see that.
So I'll have to drain the pan, oil pan, see what it looks like over there. Probably spray everything, and I did spray it filled it up with the
Better rust
WD-40. I didn't have no Freol. It works better on the rust than I found than the WD-40 does, but WD-40 does help. And we're gonna leave it like this for now. I'm gonna just cover it. We're running out of daylight, and I'll just cover it. I'll let it soak for the time I'm gone. I'm gonna come back, clean them up again, and drain the pan on it, and then we'll put everything back on and see if it just rotates. I will try to hand kind of clean the cylinder walls so it doesn't scar it. Yeah, when the pistons move up and down. But right now, all we're gonna do, I did everything I could to this to kind of. I want to see it move. I want to see it rotate. So basically, I'll let it soak. We'll cover this up real good, and we'll be back on this probably in the next part when we have some time working on GTO. I'll jump in here and do a little bit of
So let me tell you advice.
freeing up.
If you're gonna leave an exposed engine out, make sure you cover
It
all
wasn't
the
exposed.
holes.
It was supposedly covered with that crappy car cover.
Well, still, if you're gonna leave it exposed, cover all the holes that you see because you don't want rust.
Yeah, when the situation like this happens, when unknown weather comes through and just tears up the see, this is all foreseen stuff. So I don't even know.
Just basically
Anyways.
cover your holes.
Yep, make sure you don't do this. Now this is a lesson for us, and you guys don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's basically.
So let's cover this. Alrighty, boys and girls, ladies and gents. I think we're gonna call it a day with
This Oldsmobile.
this project for today. It really isn't our project. We're just
Helping out a friend.
helping my best friend Bush while he's getting his stuff situated and getting ready. Damn it! A sliver. Ah. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Well, he's getting settled in wherever. Well, he's not even sure where he's settling in. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe.
Like, share, because again, we haven't been posting much content because
Well,
storms and everything. So.
Well, it's not only that. There's other things. So, anyways, we thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
In the next Desson's Builds video.
There you go.